Well, unprecedented chaos was unleashed upon Delhi on the 72nd Republic Day of India as the tractor rally by the protesting farmers went off the designated course and rolled into the iconic Red Fort. A protester died on the way. The police say that it was an accident. Over 80 police personnel have been injured in yesterday's clashes. The Delhi police has registered a total of 12 FIRs so far. A high-level security meet took place at Home Minister Amit Shah's residence yesterday, after which additional forces were deployed in Delhi. Over 80 police personnel, like I said, have been injured in this violence, and one protester has lost his life. Now, the states of Punjab and Haryana have been put on a high alert after the clashes in Delhi. Now, in a shocking video that has been doing the rounds, around a dozen police and paramilitary personnel can be seen forced to scramble and jump over a 15-foot wall at the Red Fort complex to escape a mob of lathi-wielding attackers. The video shows police being thrashed with lathis and sticks and backed against the edge of a rampart.
मैं ये बताना चाहूँगा कि जो एडिशनल डीसीपी ईस्ट है मंजीत, उनके ऊपर भी ट्रैक्टर चढ़ाने की कोशिश की गई, और अगर ऐन वक्त पे उन सुरक्षा कर्मियों ने उनको हटाया नहीं होता तो बहुत बड़ा हादसा हो सकता था। हमारे यहाँ एक प्रोबेशनल एसीपी हैं, उनके भी चोट आई है। इसके अलावा बहुत तेरे पुलिस वाले हैं जिनकी एमएलसी वगैरह अभी हो रही है, उनके बहुत लोगों की चोट यहाँ पे आई है इस पूरे प्रदर्शन के दरमियान। तो ये काफ़ी उग्र तरीके से ये डेमोन्स्ट्रेशन किया गया, रैली की गई। डेफिनेटली जो इसमें नुकसान हुआ है और जिस तरह से असॉल्ट हुआ है पब्लिक सर्वेंट्स के ऊपर, जो पुलिस बल के ऊपर, उसमें जो भी लीगल एक्शन बनता है वो निश्चित तौर पे लिया जाए।
Well, the big question after yesterday's chaos is, where was the leadership of the farmers? Where were those individuals who signed the agreement with the police and promised that there would be no violence, that this tractor rally would indeed be peaceful? How did it all fall apart in the manner that it did? Sukirti has more.
Violence and chaos all over the capital. The agreement between farmer leaders and the police for a restricted route collapsed and farmers reached central Delhi. So what went wrong? The main reason appears to be a U-turn by farmer leaders who agreed with the police to restrict the tractor parade to the outskirts and not the outer ring road well inside Delhi as first demanded by protesters.
ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਨੂੰ ਮੌਕਾ ਮਿਲ ਜੇ ਵੀ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਫੁੱਟ ਆ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਦੂਜਾ ਵਾ ਤੀਜਾ, ਸਾਰੇ ਲੀਡਰ ਆਡਿਆਂ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਇਕੱਠੇ ਆ। ਸੰਯੁਕਤ ਮੋਰਚੇ ਦਾ ਆਪ ਦਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਹੈ, ਉਹ ਕਰ ਸਕਦਾ।
Members of the Kisan Mazdoor Sangharsh Committee, a key farmer union of Punjab, which has a presence in 8 districts of the state, were among the first ones to break away from the agreed route and head well into Delhi. Others followed.
जो हमारे आगू हैं, जो किसान नेता बने हुए हैं, उनमें से कुछ फ्रॉड भी हैं।
आपका हमेशा प्लान था कि दिल्ली एंटर करना था?
हाँ जी, हमारा इतना कुछ खोज लिया तो पुलिस के साथ तो थोड़ी बहुत तो होनी थी।
Once the violence escalated, the Sanyukt Kisan Morcha quickly disassociated themselves from the violence, blamed it on infiltrators and appealed to the protesters to pull back.
देखो मैडम, जो रूट तय होया, सारे किसान उसी रूट से जा रहे हैं, तो सानू नहीं पता भी लाल किले पहुंच के नहीं पे, क्योंकि असि इत्थे बैठे हैं।
शांति टूटी, हमारी ताकत टूटेगी। आप सबसे अनुरोध है, ये गणतंत्र दिवस है, गणतंत्र दिवस पे ऐसा कुछ ना हो जो गलत हो।
हमारा मैसेज है कि शांति बनाए रखें। अगर शांति भंग हो गई तो सारा जो मोर्चा है, जो आंदोलन है, वो फेल हो जाएगा।
Even Kisan Mazdoor Sangharsh Committee leader Swan Singh Pandher did a U-turn and appealed for calm.
ਲਾਲ ਕਿਲੇ ਜਾਣ ਦਾ ਸਾਡਾ ਪ੍ਰੋਗਰਾਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਸੀ। ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਚਲੇ ਗਏ ਜੇ ਉੱਥੇ ਕੋਈ ਪੁਲਿਸ ਨਾਲ ਲੜਾਈ ਝਗੜਾ ਨਾ ਕਰੀਏ, ਸਾਨੂੰ ਵਾਪਸ ਕੁੰਡਲੀ ਬਾਰਡਰ ਆਉਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ।
I am appealing again and again. It is the national festival of India. Please do not do things which are letting down the entire country.
The farmers' protests had been going on peacefully for the last 2 months, but the events of today will cast a different shadow upon them. Farmer union leaders also admitted today that the violence will put their cause on the back foot. With Mohammad Ghazali in Punjab and camera person Xavier Thomas in New Delhi, this is Sukirti Dwivedi for NDTV.
Now, the body of the farmer who died in Delhi yesterday was brought to the western UP's Rampur town late last night. A panel of doctors will carry out a videograph post-mortem as per the Uttar Pradesh police. This in order to determine the cause of death. The man was from a village called Dibdiba in the district's Bilaspur Tehsil, which is on the border with Uttarakhand.
डेड बॉडी आई है अभी दिल्ली से जी। ये डिबडिबा का रहने वाला जो नवयुवक है, बताया जा रहा है कि वहाँ पर इसकी मौत हुई है। इसका पोस्टमार्टम करा रहे हैं हम लोग, पंचायतनामा भर दिया है और जैसा भी होगा फिर आगे कार्रवाई। किस चीज़ से मौत बताई जा रही है? नहीं, अभी तो पोस्टमार्टम चल रहा है। पोस्टमार्टम तो कह रहे हैं कि पुलिस की गोली से मौत हुई है इसकी। नहीं, वो उनके परिवार वाले कह रहे हैं, लेकिन पोस्टमार्टम जो भी होगा उसी के आधार पर तय होगा। पैनल से पोस्टमार्टम हो रहा है और वीडियोग्राफी कराई जा रही है।
गोली जब की लिखना जी?
गोली है,
गोली लगी है सिर में है,
सिर में गोली लगी है।
कि अगर जितनी भी चोटें लगी हैं उन्हीं के कारण मृत्यु हुई है।
नहीं, सिर में गोली लगी,
लिख दिया है, कोई बात
गोली मारी है,
गोली
तो मतलब मेरे दोनों लगी होंगी।
All right, joining us on the broadcast, we have Ravinder Cheema, the Vice President of the Rashtriya Kisan Sangh from Punjab. We also have Ramesh Bhatia, the former Additional DCP of the Delhi Police, joining us this morning. Thank you both very much for being with us. Ravinder Cheema, I want to come to you first. आपसे पहले जानना चाहूँगी, you know, what is your reaction to what happened yesterday?
देखो, देशवासियों के साथ हमें भी दुख है जो कुछ भी कल लाल किले पे हुआ है, हमें भी उस बात का दुख है। लेकिन बरुआ जी, हम बहुत देर से, मैं तो भिन्न भिन्न माध्यम से प्रधानमंत्री जी को ये बेनती करता रहा हूं कि बहुत देर हो गई है। लोगों का जो मनोबल है वो कई बार टूट जाता है, कई बार आक्रोश में आ जाता है। तो 60 दिन हम शांति से बैठे, किसी चैनल ने ये बताने की कोशिश नहीं की कि किसान लोग शांति से इतना लंबा अरसे तक जो है अपनी मांगों के लिए बैठे हैं। लेकिन अब ऐसा है कि कुछ ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में कुछ लोग जुड़े होते हैं जिन्हें हालात की जानकारी होती है, जो पहले भी छोटे छोटे आंदोलनों में शामिल रहते हैं। उनको मर्यादा का पता होता है कि हमने कहां तक जाना है, कहां तक नहीं जाना है। तो दूसरी बात ये थी कि जितने लोग हमारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशनों से रिलेटेड थे वो तो आगे नहीं बढ़े। उन्होंने अपना जो मार्ग बताया था वहां रखा, वहां कोई वीडियो कैमरा तो नहीं गया, उनको तो किसी ने नहीं दिखाया। जिन पे फूलों की वर्षा दिल्ली वाले कर रहे थे उनको भी किसी ने नहीं दिखाया।
जिनको दिल्ली वाले क्लैरिफाई नहीं, मैं इस पे आप क्योंकि कह रहे हैं कि जो फूलों की वर्षा हुई थी और जो पीसफुल आंदोलन था वो हमने नहीं दिखाया, दैट्स एब्सोल्युटली नॉट करेक्ट। आई थिंक ऑल साइड्स ऑफ द स्टोरी वर शोन, स्पेशली हियर ऑन एनडीटीवी। आई कैन वाउच दैट वी शोड ऑल साइड्स ऑफ द स्टोरी। बट क्या आपको लगता नहीं है, नहीं चीमा जी, क्या आपको नहीं लगता है कि आपका एक हिस्टोरिक प्रोटेस्ट था, एक हिस्टोरिक आंदोलन था और बहुत ही रिस्पेक्ट के साथ इस आंदोलन को कवरेज भी मिली है, किसानों की आवाज जो है पूरे देश में गूंज रही थी इस आंदोलन के वजह से। कल के इवेंट्स के बाद, और मैं आपकी बात मानती हूं कि शायद कुछ ऐसे सेक्शंस थे जो डिविएट कर गए, जिन्होंने हु टुक द लॉ इनटू देयर ओन हैंड्स, बट क्या आपको लगता नहीं है कि ये पूरा आंदोलन एक तरीके से डिस्क्रेडिट हो गया है? पिछले 65 डेज को अब अंडरमाइन कर दिया है कल के एक दिन के वायलेंस ने।
हाँ, मैं काफी हद तक, हमें सभी जितने भी ऑर्गेनाइजेशनें हैं इसमें जुड़ी हुई हैं, उन सबको ही ये महसूस हुआ है कि हम जिस आशा को लेकर ये परेड करना चाहते हैं हम उसमें सफल नहीं हुए हैं। जो लोग इसमें इंटरप्ट कर गए हैं, जो लोग इसको मतलब एक्सप्लॉइट कर गए हैं, उन लोगों के बारे में हम अभी कुछ नहीं कह सकते। कुछ जानकारियां हम हासिल कर रहे हैं, पर एक बात मैं बरुआ जी आपको बताना चाहता हूं कि देखो, किसान लोग जो हैं ये भोले हैं। ये जहां पे भी मतलब बैठे थे, जहां पे भी गए हैं, इनकी एक्टिविटीज को आप नोट कर सकते हैं। कुछ लोगों ने पुलिस पे हमला किया, कुछ किसानों ने पुलिस को बचाया भी। तो कुछ किसान लोग जो थे वो अपनी तरफ से रोकने की पूरी कोशिश कर रहे थे, लेकिन किसानों के पास ऑर्गेनाइजेशन।
मैं आपकी बात से पूरी तरीके से सहमत हूं दैट देयर आर टू साइड्स ऑफ द स्टोरी, और क्योंकि आपने टू साइड्स की बात की, जो वायलेंस है और जो बहुत अनफॉर्चुनेट था वो तो हम दिखा ही रहे हैं, बट वी हैव जस्ट पुट आउट विजुअल्स ऑन आवर स्क्रीन्स ऑफ the flowers that were showered on the farmers as well. They were welcome to Delhi they were welcome to Delhi posters that were seen as well. So we're not discounting that part of the protest at all. But I want to come to you, Mr. Ramesh Bhatia, at this moment. What do you reckon? What happened? Did the Delhi police on its part completely underestimate the strength of the protest or the strategy of a certain section of the protesters?
Yes. I will say Delhi police has enough time to prepare themselves. But what I have seen on TV, I am in Calcutta now, and I can make out as a professional that Delhi police had some instructions, I think, that they should allow these kisans to enter in. And there were some elements in every movement. There are such some elements, and it is difficult to control. But I will say, Delhi police has not shown the professionalism and full preparation. I do not know. I don't have insight in the story what was their intention. But किसान नेताओं से भी मैं ये कहूँगा कि वो अपना जो गवर्नमेंट ने बहुत चांस दिया है उनको, बहुत मीटिंग की है, लेकिन जब हम किसी मीटिंग में बैठते हैं तो उसमें अगर मैं बैठूंगा तो मैं इस नियत से बैठूं कि मैंने कुछ कंप्रोमाइज करना है, कुछ खोना है, और उसके बाद किसी नतीजे पे पहुंचूंगा। अगर मैं इस तरह हठपूर्वक हट रहूंगा तो कोई भी, क्या भगवान भी आके मीटिंग करे तो उसका कोई नतीजा नहीं निकल सकता। तो किसान ये कहते हैं हम अन्नदाता हैं। अरे भाई, आप अन्नदाता हैं तो हम आपको पैसे देते हैं।
Okay.
This is commercial, but
okay.
I
don't want to get into. I don't at this juncture. I don't want to get into the merits of the talks, because no, I agree with you, Mr. Bhatia, but I don't want to get into the merits of the talks, because of course we would have seen a very different Republic Day had the talks between the farmer unions and the government yielded in something. Had there been a breakthrough there, we wouldn't have seen what we saw yesterday. But the important question now, and the important question that we need to be asking today, and Ravinder Chima, if I can come back to you at this moment, अब क्या होगा? क्या आपको लगता है कि ये आंदोलन को चोट पहुंचाई गई है कल? ये आंदोलन का फ्यूचर क्या है अब?
देखो बरुआ जी, हमारे ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से जुड़े लोग वापस अपने स्थानों पे आ गए हैं। हमने शांतिपूर्वक तरीके से जो कमियां रही हैं उस पे हम मंथन कर रहे हैं कि कहां पे गलती हुई है, और इसके अलावा भी देखो, हम ये भी बताना चाहते हैं कि इस मूवमेंट को कुछ पॉलिटिकल पार्टियां चाहती थी कि किसान वायलेंस करें, किसानों पे गोली चले, वो इसका तमाशा देखना चाहती थी। पार्लियामेंट सेशन में इसके बारे में बातें करनी चाहती थी, और सरकार चाहती है कि हमारे किसानों का जो मनोबल है या तो वो टूट जाए लंबा होकर, और या वो गुस्से में आ जाए। वो भी इंतजार ही कर रहे हैं। अब जहां तक बात निपटाने की बात है, ये जिम्मेदारी देश के मुखियों की होती है, परिवार के मुखियों की होती है। हम अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में आज भी दोबारा सभी लीडर साहबान अपनी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन से व्हाट्सएप के थ्रू भी मैसेज डाल रहे हैं, स्टेज से भी ये मैसेज डाले जाएंगे, और जिन लोगों ने गलतियां कराई हैं आज हम उनका नाम नहीं लेना चाहते।
नहीं, हमें दुख है। तो हो गई हैं, गलतियां तो हो गई हैं। We can't unfortunately go back to day before yesterday. Yesterday has already happened. We've already seen what we've seen. What happens to the movement now? Has the movement been discredited? Will the movement lose steam? Ramesh Bhatia, I want to come back to you, because I mean, there are now FIRs that have been registered. There are several question marks over, who were these protesters. You yourself are saying that there are a lot of times, elements that get involved in these protests, and those elements are used to instigate violence. What happens now to the future of an agitation that's otherwise been considered historic?
देखिए, ये तो किसान जो यूनियन है, एक तो इसमें नंबर बहुत ज्यादा हो गया है. अब इसमें इन लोगों को थोड़ा मैं तो ये कहूंगा, अगर इतने लोग हैं थोड़ा छोटा करना पड़ेगा और ये कंटिन्यू रहेगा. मेरी जो अपनी ऑब्जर्वेशन है, बट सब चीजों का देखिए, दो देशों की लड़ाई भी होती है, फिर शिमला समझौता होता है, बाहर भी आप देखिए लड़ाई होती है, तो बातों से ही हल निकलेगा. वायलेंस और से हल नहीं निकलेगा. वायलेंस से बदनामी मिलेगी और ये लोग भटक जाएंगे. तो ये खुद मान रहे हैं. और मैं ये समझता हूँ कि चाहे वो घर है, चाहे देश है, चाहे हम तो पार्टी है, और ये तो किस्सा वोट का है, चाहे सरकार है और चाहे अपोजिशन है, और उसमें ये किसान भाई लोग ट्रैप होते नजर आ रहे हैं. और इसमें कुछ इंटरेस्टेड किसान हैं, सब किसान इसमें शामिल नहीं है. मेरी खुद फैमिली किसानों से है. हमारा सबसे कोऑपरेटिव किसान, हमारी कोऑपरेटिव किच्छा कोऑपरेटिव, भाटिया किच्छा कोऑपरेटिव सोसाइटी है किच्छा में, नैनीताल यूपी में अब भी है. और उस समय चीफ मिनिस्टर आया करते थे.
Right.
वो हम लोगों की बड़ी कोऑपरेटिव मूवमेंट में वो एक एग्जांपल थी हमारी भाटिया किच्छा कोऑपरेटिव.
Right. Well, it has been extremely unfortunate, the developments that have taken place yesterday. But I think, like Ravinder Chima said at the very outset, that it was a protest. It was a protest that saw everything. There were flower petals that were showered on farmers arriving in the national capital as well. There were those farmers and those organizations that stuck to the designated route as well. There were certain sections of the protest that were peaceful. However, you cannot discount the fact that there were a section of the farmers that deviated from the pre-discussed route, that entered into high security area of the national capital. They went to the Red Fort. They put up a religious flag, and whatever color of the religious flag at the Red Fort, there's only and only space for the tricolor there, and that ought, of course, to be maintained. So it has been an unfortunate turn of events. How this impacts the movement of the farmers, which many have touted to be a historic one, how this impacts the movement is a question that remains to be answered. Ravinder Chima, Ramesh Bhatia, appreciate you both very much for joining us. We're going to slip into a very short break. We'll be back with more news on the other side. Stay with us. Welcome back. Those, in fact, are live pictures that we are getting to you from the Red Fort this morning. This, of course, after yesterday's clashes. There's tight security at the Red Fort after Tuesday's clashes between the farm law protesters and the police. There is heavy security deployment that continues to remain in place, even though the protesting farmers have retracted back to the bordered areas after the clashes that took place yesterday. Those are, of course, this morning's pictures coming in from the Red Fort, remember, where thousands had breached security barricades and entered the ramparts of the Red Fort. Many entered the premises of the Red Fort, and those unfortunate pictures that we saw of protesters there entering the Red Fort and, in fact, unfurling the Khalsa flag as well. And after one protester died in these protests yesterday, 80 police personnel have been injured. Additional forces, remember, have been deployed. Neighbouring states of Punjab and Haryana have been put on high alert, and of course security beefed up across key areas of the national capital. And it's not just Delhi. There have been massive protests in other parts of India as well. This report is on the situation in Karnataka and Maharashtra.
In Bengaluru, thousands hit the streets to protest against the new farm laws and show support for protesting farmers in Delhi. From districts including Mysuru, Tumukuru, Haveri, Mandya, among others, They gathered at the city's main railway station to march to Freedom Park.
ಹಾವೇರಿ ಡಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀವಿ. ಈಗ ಏನು ಸುಗ್ರೀವಾಜ್ಞೆ ಮೂಲಕ ಈ 3 ಕಾಯ್ದೆಗಳನ್ನು ತಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಅವನ್ನ ತಕ್ಷಣ ವಾಪಸ್ ತೆಗೆದುಕೊಳ್ಳಬೇಕು.
Members of the Bharat Kisan Ekta Morcha took out a bike rally. Some of the protesters cleaned up after themselves when the protest was over.
44 years of life में मैंने कभी ऐसी चीज देखी है ना मैं सोचता हूँ कि आगे कभी देखने को मिलेगी. ये बहुत अफसोसजनक बात है कि सरकार हमारी बातें नहीं सुन रही.
In Uttar Pradesh, apart from political protests in solidarity with farmers, members of the Gulabi Gang, a women's empowerment organization, took out a march. There were celebrations at Mumbai's Azad Maidan, where farmers from around Maharashtra had gathered.
जो केंद्र ने कानून लाया है उसके जो किसान के हित में होगा वही कानून महाराष्ट्र सरकार लाएंगे.
From Uttar Pradesh to Maharashtra, Karnataka, across the entire country today, in solidarity, thousands of people, including farmers and farmer organizations and other support groups, came forward in solidarity with the protesting farmers in Delhi today on the 26th of January as India celebrates the 72nd Republic Day. What will this mean in the history for our country, and what will this mean in the days to come when it comes to the demands of the farmers to repeal the law? With camera person Kumar in Bengaluru, Sonakshi Chakravarti for NDTV.
Tight security at the Red Fort after Tuesday's clashes between farm law protesters and the Delhi police. "80 policemen injured in Tuesday's clashes in Delhi. Post-mortem being conducted on one protester who died during the protest. Delhi police say it was an accident. Farmer union leaders distanced themselves from the violence. Many tractor protesters pulled back to the border areas. What happens next to the protest is the big question. Union Home Minister Amit Shah takes stock of the situation, met with the top leadership of the Delhi police. States of Punjab and Haryana have been put on high alert. All political parties condemn the violence. Will the existing coronavirus vaccines be tweaked to handle deadlier variants of COVID-19? Moderna and Pfizer say their vaccine is effective against the new strain. Moderna to examine a third dose against the mutant strain. International Monetary Fund projects 11.5% growth rate for India in 2021, making the country the only major economy to register double-digit growth this year. United Kingdom, embattled with the new COVID strain, has crossed the grim milestone of 1 lakh deaths. Welcome back. There is tight security in the national capital after yesterday's violent clashes between the anti-farm law protesters and the Delhi police. Security is very tight, especially at the Red Fort area, where, remember, a violent mob climbed on the monument and clashed with the police. 80 policemen have been injured in yesterday's clashes. 12 FIRs have been filed and one protester has lost his life. A post-mortem is being conducted in Uttar Pradesh. The Delhi police claim that the protester's death was indeed an accident. Meanwhile, farmers have pushed back to the borders with their tractors after the clashes in the capital yesterday. My colleague Saurabh Shukla joins us with the very latest. Saurabh, you've been covering the details of this story since the very beginning. There were, of course, violent clashes yesterday. But what's really happening at the border areas right now? We know that there's tight security all over Delhi.
Absolutely, Rishika. Tight security in Delhi, especially we call the central Delhi, where Red Fort is there. Red Fort is turned into already it's a fort, but the kind of deployment is there, which is yesterday, last night they have cleared the whole Red Fort area by 1 a.m. in the morning, and then from then there is a tight security over there. Right now I'm at Singhu border. Internet is suspended in most of the parts of Outer Delhi, Sonipat and Panipat districts of Haryana. And today at 10 a.m. Rishika, all the farmer leaders from Punjab, including Dr. Darshan Pal, Raminder Singh Patiala, Manjeet Singh Rai, Baldev Singh Sirsa, they all will be coming to the stage at Singhu border, and they are going to address these farmers. And as per my sources, they are going to tell these farmers to continue the protest peacefully. And almost all the tractors and all the farmers, they have returned to the respective borders at Tikri, at Singhu, at Ghazipur, and at Shahjahanpur. So as of now, situation is under control. Deployment is again there at Singhu border. The CRPF personnel, police personnel are here checking identity cards of media personnel as well, because as of now tractors have returned. And then after these farm unions are going to address these farmers at 10 a.m. from the stage, and then after these farmer unions are going to meet again to decide their further course of action. There are two important questions, Rishika. Number one question is, will there be any action against the farm unions who broke the deal between Delhi police and the farmer unions, especially two farm leaders, Sarwan Singh Pandher and Satnam Singh Pannu? There's going to be any action from these farm unions, from Sanyukt Kisan Morcha against these farmers? And number two, how they are going to justify the violence. In fact, they are saying that we had nothing to do with the violence happened. But yesterday, we have seen farmers from all the outfits who were there, who are part of these farm unions. So they're going to be meeting regarding that as well. And they might address a press conference at 5 p.m. But before that, there's a lot to be expected. They are blaming Deep Sandhu, a actor from Punjab, for this whole violence. They are saying Deep Sandhu reached state day before yesterday, instigated farmers to march to Outer Ring Road and to Red Fort, and they are saying that he is a separatist. So as of now, a lot is expected from today. Police has already registered 15 FIR regarding violence, damaging public property, and attacking police personnel on duty.
Right.
So these are the sections they have written in the FIR. As of now, no senior leader, senior farm leader is named, but they'll be named in some time. Yeah.
No, the investigation, of course, is a story we'll track very closely. But what are you picking up from your sources? You've been in touch with the farmer unions. Will the protest continue at Delhi's borders? What is the morale of the protesters? Because many say that, what has been touted to be a historic agitation for 60 plus days has been hugely discredited and damaged by yesterday's violence and vandalism.
Absolutely, absolutely. People who are sitting here peacefully, they are very agitated and angry. As of now, these farmer leaders are saying that we are going to continue our protest, and it will be as peaceful as it was a day before yesterday. And they will again write to government for the further talks. But this time, what is going to be the approach of government, which is going to be very interesting. But these farmers are saying that we are going to continue our protest. We will not move from here till the time government repeal these three farm laws. But today, when they will address these farmers, then we'll come to know more. What is their strategy?
What Saurabh is essentially reporting is that there is going to be crucial internal deliberation among the farmer groups today. They're going to deliberate on their strategy going forward. Remember, there have been detractors. There have been people who have, veered away from what was decided to be the route, what was decided to be the course of action, the strategy as far as this protest is concerned. There were elements that decided to take the law into their own hands, and that has hugely damaged what has largely been a peaceful agitation, a historic agitation in certain senses. So those, of course, are pictures and the stark contrast there. Yesterday, those are yesterday's pictures where you can actually see the Delhi police personnel at that rampart jumping off, a wall there because they were completely cornered by protesters, outnumbered in a lot of situations on the ground yesterday. And in contrast, of course, today's pictures coming in from the Red Fort this morning, security has been beefed up. Remember, there are several questions at the moment that are being asked about the Delhi police preparedness as well. Did the Delhi police underestimate the numbers? Was there an intel failure in order to be able to understand that there could be elements that would detract from the pre-decided route? Was the Delhi police unprepared? Were they outnumbered? What really went down yesterday? Because barricades were breached, security was in fact not there at a lot of the high security areas. So a lot of speculation in terms of what really went wrong. As far as the Delhi police is concerned, were they not given instructions? Were they not given intel? Were there not enough force that was deployed? We'll of course continue to track this story very closely. High security in parts of Delhi at the moment, and at the same time, what we're learning is that the peaceful agitation along Delhi's borders continues. We'll go back to this story and get you more details in just a bit, but let's shift our focus. A tree sampling plantation drive and raising of the national flag on India's 72nd Republic Day marked the formal beginning of the project to construct a mosque at Uttar Pradesh's Ayodhya yesterday.
A formal start to work on the Ayodhya Mosque on India's 72nd Republic Day, with this flag hoisting ceremony at the site by members of the Mosque Trust. Both the mosque and the temple are being built after a landmark 2019 Supreme Court verdict that facilitated the construction of the temple at the Ram Janmabhoomi site in Ayodhya town and a mosque in the same district. The location, Dhanipur, a village in Ayodhya 25 kilometers from the site where the Ram temple will be built after the Supreme Court verdict on the Babri Masjid Ram Janmabhoomi case.
देने वाले लोग देंगे, हमने मांगने अपील की भी है देने के लिए और लोगों ने देना शुरू भी कर दिया है.
Last month, the Mosque Trust had unveiled this futuristic design and said the first phase of the project will have a super speciality hospital too.
उस मल्टी स्पेशलिटी हॉस्पिटल में एक कम्युनिटी किचन भी हम साथ में लाएंगे जो रोज यहाँ पे 1000 न्यूट्रिशियस मील देगा, क्योंकि हम लोगों ने एक सर्वे कराया था इस इलाके का एक 25-30 किलोमीटर के रेडियस का कि यहाँ पे क्या मेडिकल रिक्वायरमेंट्स हैं. तो सबसे बड़ी जो यहाँ पे दिक्कत है वो है माल नरिशमेंट से जो रिलेटेड डिजीजेस होती हैं.
The name of the Ayodhya Mosque is yet to be decided, but it will not be named after any emperor or king, the trust has announced. With Pramod Srivastava in Ayodhya and Rajesh Gupta, this is Alok Pandey, NDTV.
Moving on, the International Monetary Fund on Tuesday projected an 11.5% growth rate for India in 2021, making the country the only major economy of the world to register double-digit growth this year amid the coronavirus pandemic. The IMF growth projections for India reflected a strong rebound in the economy, which is estimated to have contracted by 8% in 2020 due to the pandemic.